Hi guys, I'm pretty good today. After Sonic session, uh, I joined in this session, AustraAsia session, and I'm very much excited to join this session. And I'm six today.
And that was number 6, and he's pretty much excited. So we'll move to James.
Hello guys.
Hi.
Today I'm doing pretty good, and it feels good that I joined with the Sonic team today, and looking forward to a great meeting. For me today, I'm 7.
That was a good resolution from James, and now we'll move to Thomas.
Hello guys. Hello guys.
Hi, Thomas, we can hear you. I think there's some connection problem with Thomas. We'll continue with Thomas later. And Alvina, can you please check in quickly?
Yes, hi everyone. I feel great today to be part of this session, and I'm at 6.5.
That was a good number, and as we can see that Benji has also joined, but we'll come later to the Benji. So Lucy, can you please check in?
Yeah, sure. Hi guys, today I'm feeling great. I'm at 6 today.
Okay, Benji, you want to check in quickly?
Yeah. Hi guys, everyone. I'm inside. I came from hospital to discharge June, and now I'm a little bit tired, so I'm fighting back.
Some time, so it's my time. I'm feeling pretty much excited and pretty much low as well because I'm having an electricity problem and it's heavily raining outside due to monsoon raining. I've seen that we are having a power cut problem continuously nowadays. So yeah, I'm on 6 now.
Okay, now I think we can move to the second part of desired outcome. James? Or James? Sorry, Thomas.
Yes, how are you?
I think you can check in.
Okay, I'm sorry, my mic had a problem.
Okay,
I'm so excited today. For me, it's 6.
Okay, we have quickly checked in. But I think each and everybody has checked in today. We'll move to desired outcomes now. And, Lucy, can you assist, please?
Yes. I think the next step is desired outcome. I think today, as you see, this brought around, maybe will join us later. We cannot always wait for him to tell us the desired outcome we have. Anyone's desired outcome for our session today?
Lucy?
Yes.
One of the desired outcomes for today is to make sure that we make sure that we have submitted the proposals for the September-October budget. So that's for the provisional body teams and for the main body teams. That's a big priority today because it will affect how we get paid in the future.
Okay.
I have a question, please. Sorry, I can see for that. Okay, can I
be typing while Nani Abina is typing too.
No, I know there is confusion here.
Yes.
But okay, not on the same sentence.
Okay, another point.
Okay, you know when you see me typing, don't type that one. Type what is next there to avoid confusion, because I can see I'm trying to type. It's like you are entering, then it brings confusion. If you see me typing, just relax.
Okay, let me clarify something. Also, what day I got from Ben? If you are typing, you can go to the next and type. No problem.
Okay, the thing is, Lucy, not on the same sentence. The thing is, not on the same sentence, because we will not make any sense. What you had next. Exactly.
Okay.
You cannot post maybe for someone. No, you just write. You go to the different line, but the same sentences. Then later you see which one is good. We leave it there.
No problem. What we are avoiding is on the same sentence, and you know that one. Next one, you can take next sentence, which is okay.
Okay, sure. Well.
So I think next desired outcome will be global. I need to describe about global weekly list of document log. Next desired outcome will be global weekly daily list of document log, and also Asia master note schedule. And also we can check full team, that means priority task. That means overall priority.
Is it reviewing?
Yes, review on overall priority, yes.
Overall. That is better. Another design. Hello guys. Design.
Okay, Lucy. For me, can you explain what these desired outcome? Okay, what are they? Sure.
According to your own understanding, what is the desire of your life? What are you desiring to get outcome after this session? Not before.
Okay, so this is what I want to achieve after this session. Cool.
Go ahead. Thomas?
Let me think of one, so I'll get to now.
So anyone who is ready with the desired outcome?
What about this one? Accomplishment of our tasks and responsibilities.
You can just put it down and
no, I just wanted to say first before I put it down. To let people know what you are putting down.
whatever
first.
No, you always put down. We will discuss if it is good with that.
Okay, but it's good for someone to speak first before you put down.
Okay then.
One question for me. I think every member attend here. If any question or any query, you can ask in this session, and it will be desired outcome or priority topics. Just ask if have any question. Okay, guys.
That's the thing. We ask first, then we put down.
Yeah.
Putting down what we don't understand.
Yes.
I just asked, what about the accomplishment of task and responsibility? That is a question I'm asking.
So I think you just noted here priority topics.
Okay, Dr. Lucy. I'll be sorry. For what you are asking, I think it is good if you put it as a priority topic so
Yeah.
that maybe we can discuss it instead of having it as a desired outcome, because it's not something that
Yeah, it was
we
interpreted.
get out. Yeah.
James, whatever is always in a desired outcome is still we put on our priority task, priority topics. No problem. It is always a desire. Whatever we say, discuss on desired outcome, it's always becoming a task. It is becoming a priority topic.
Okay, guys, as I can see that Jay is also here. Jay, you want to check in quickly?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty well. I just was talking with a really cool new person involved with our client, and they're very interested in what we're doing as well. And it was a good call. So yeah, and I would throw out there FQN, EXA collaboration, and scheduling the meeting would be a really good thing to do. At least other topics if we don't get to it. I'll throw that out there. And someone could send me the doc, that'd be great. Check. Oh, and I'm my 5.5.
Okay, Jay is on 5.5, and Jay, can everybody send quickly? No, please.
Yeah, I just send up to you.
Cool, thanks.
Okay, guys, we can continue. Any desired outcome? Okay.
Definitely implement, moving forward with implementing the AustraAsia content and the senior management position. That would be awesome.
No, well, it will be really.
Did we lose you? Can you guys hear me?
Okay, yeah.
We lost
Yeah.
I see it disappeared while I was talking.
Yeah, I think.
I think I said disappear. Anything else, guys? Do you have something to add, Asif?
I think Kasif has gone.
What about Abdul and you? Still any desire to come your
No.
Hi Lucy, I think we need to discuss about setup. That means task and responsibility masters and master document update and session task responsibility verified. I think we are 7 people here, but only 3 or 4 people, 4 members can take a responsibility on setup, and other not take a responsibility. So when on member, that means video indexing for Lucy is okay, and just look at facilitators. Asif is here, and also timekeepers Asif, and note takers only Thomas and Albina. So I think we have another people. That means uh, Benji. So I think Benji take a responsibility here.
Dude, if someone is not willing to take that responsibility,
Yeah.
It's profession you cannot force. It is someone willingness.
Yes,
You want to
yes.
facilitate.
I just not force them. I just clear about the role. So that after this session, every people can take a responsibility here. I just clear about the role. What is the setup means?
Okay. Benji, you have something to say around here? Come so that we move ahead.
No. Never mind. Just about. Okay.
Benji, did you want to take on a role within the meeting?
Yeah, on task responsibility master.
Okay.
I think. Are you okay with the desired outcome?
Yeah.
Okay. Then now, if there is no other desired outcome, we go to priority topics. I think there are some topics already put in there. We have like a review of overall priority, proposal, September, local weekly daily accomplishments of the tasks and accountabilities as special quintum. So if there is still anything missing from that topics, the topics of today, you can just say it, put it down. Anything missing, guys?
I don't think so.
Yes, I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
Is it?
Yeah,
Abdul?
Yes, I think it's okay. These are outcome.
Albina, are you okay with those topics?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay, if there is no topics we should add, then are you okay with all of the topics we jot down?
Yes.
Me, I'm okay with the topics.
Okay. Jeff?
Yeah, and I added this other one on EXA FQN regularly scheduled meeting. Yeah, I added that in there as well, and I don't know if it's going to it. I don't know if it's as important as the other ones, but it would be nice to get that to that.
Then if everyone is okay with the topics, we can then begin with our today's priority topic, which is reviewing overall priorities. I think you can help on that.
So, can we start maybe with our weekly goals?
Yeah.
Okay. So, going down the note. Oh my God. What's going on? Why are there so many notes here already? There's something really weird about these notes today. It looks like you guys just passed the notes or something.
know who put that down there and I already deleted it.
I'm gonna cut this.
I just put that.
Okay, here it goes. It's right here. So is it okay to cut everything under session value tracking? Like all this AustraAsia main weekly session for Tuesday, 18th of July? Like what is this? Why is it here?
I don't know who put that on, Jeff.
Okay, well let's make sure we have that link somewhere else. So if I go to, okay, well that's another problem is we don't have the AustraAsia doc. Okay, we need the AustraAsia doc.
I think I need to delete that.
So where's the AustraAsia doc?
This is the default station that was there. Okay. Let me delete this first.
Well, but I want to make sure that that's not, like, we're not losing anything.
And we have this note on our treasure doc.
Okay, but let's double confirm that. Everything should be double, triple, quadruple checked. So we need the AustraAsia doc.
Yes. Let's just try to find out on our global doc. It's always linked.
I would just recommend not deleting that until you just double and triple confirm that we have.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so I think we're pretty clear on the notes now. This all looks good. We got check-ins, and now we're doing our overall.
I have checked it. We have on Tuesday 18th. It is on global.
You found the AustraAsia main session doc?
Yeah, I just found on the global already linked there.
The global C13?
Yes.
Do we have an AustraAsia doc?
On our treasure doc, I could not check on the main doc. I'm trying to find out. But we've already there. Let me check it.
How do you find anything on here? It's a mess. AustraAsia weekly session July 25th.
Yes, I think we have a AustraAsia super team doc.
I'm opening.
Just wait. I linking that one.
Yeah, please link it. I don't.
Yes, it's there. I checked it. It's there.
Well, I don't see it.
On AustraAsia main section doc. We have it.
Yes, Jay. I think I link it. I already linking there. Just check this one.
There's no notes here. Oh, here, main session doc. Okay, cool.
It's there.
Awesome. Oh, the 18th. So we need to add today?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, great. Good. Stuff. And I would just go ahead and just link the AustraAsia main session doc up here at the top, and then I'll have to double click. Okay, so anyways, now we would want to link the couple other docs here. One is the full team. So the full team docs, which I want to put into our notes here, reviewing all right overall priorities. So this, I don't know what this is here. Oh, that's there. So full team doc, and then the other ones here is that I'm starting to work with the overall priority doc. So there is a responsibility of helping coordinate the overall priorities. Like the overall priorities doc is the list of all the overall priorities. The major deadlines and deliverables is a subset of the most important deadlines and deliverables. There's a couple deadlines coming up. I think it's possible one already passed that we didn't do too well on, but that's okay. So there was the August 1st deadline for the Bitcoin. And then the small priorities doc is going to be all things that are getting in the way of accomplishing the overall priorities. So the major deadlines we have next week, we've got the taxes, the for-profit taxes due. Right, so these are huge. The for-profit taxes are probably one of the biggest. I use that for like super duper important tasks. All right, so we've gone over the overall priorities many times in the past. I think we're pretty good on that for now, at least. And so from there, what we want to do is just quickly review our own goals. And then from here for my last move, let's take a look. I think this is good. So the first was session support. The goal is to get organized, especially in the sessions. I think our sessions are getting a lot more organized. So, are there any other particular people that want to work on session support? I know Steve helps with this because he does communications. I help with it as well. Obviously, people who are creating docs and preparing agendas, all that kind of stuff, are also helping with it. All of them are 50%, maybe 65% on our session support. One of the big problems that we're not doing in our session support is we're not meeting the, as you can see here, as we come up to our setup, the session verification spreadsheet. So since I've stopped doing it as much, to keep other people doing it as much as we might want, this would be important to really, we want that session verification spreadsheet to be 100% green with everything to really do really good questions. Any other questions on session support? Okay, so then we have the content start. This is going well. We did a whole run through within the quarter moon, and we're really close to getting an AustraAsia session. I mean, I think overall, we're less than halfway there, but we're making some progress. And then finances and taxes. This obviously is like a big one for the for-profit one. I think the easiest way to picture this is that we have 3 for-profit orgs with Exit Inc. Everything's been completed, and we're on step 5. Step 5 is we're maybe 60% through step 5. And overall we are about, I think we're about halfway there. Just say 45%. A little low. All right, so now what are the other 2 essential for-profit orgs that we're doing finances for? What are the next 2? If you guys don't know, then say that you don't know, but don't give me silence, please. Anything but silence. Does anyone know? Is anyone here working on finances at all?
Yes.
No? You guys working on finances? So what, name an organization that you're doing finances for.
Hi Jay, can you ask again?
The question was, we have 3 for-profit organizations that have their taxes due in August and that are our top 3 priorities. And so I'm just asking someone else to name one of the other 2 organizations that we are doing the taxes for. Can you guys remember the other ones?
Another one, UIS.
UIS? Yeah, that's not bad. So UIS, we barely started. We're probably at like 0%. Luckily, it's like there's just very little work. So once we get started, this is like 1/20th of the taxes. And I'm really not worried about UNS at all. So it's not going to be tough to start with it, but it should be really easy. And what about the other one? I'll give you a clue. It's IU, LLC. What does that stand for? Okay, it's Innovate United, LLC. Innovate United LLC is technically the company that pays you. So when you get paid, it's going through Innovate United LLC. Okay, so I would say Innovate United LLC, we got to making a lot of projects primarily thanks to Zilu. Zilu has done an amazing job. He created what's called the Umbrella Ledger for Innovate United, and all the categories are getting done. So here we're on step 4. Probably we're definitely over 50%, or maybe like 60% of step 4 is done. It should be pretty easy because we control it. Step 3 is, I would say, is like 90% done. The same thing for here. Step 3 to 4. So we're looking pretty good. So I'd say overall, the finances and taxes are, what do you think? What do you think that all averages out to? So this is probably like 40%. So maybe we're like 40% overall, 35%, 40%. It could be better, but we're making progress, right? At least it's not 0.
Yeah.
I feel like it's higher for some reason. I think more like 40%. So hopefully we'll get it all done in the week. We have 1 week. 1 week to get it done. I said before that basically like all hands on deck. Let's put everything aside and get this done. Is it okay if I review a little more details on this real quick?
Jay, sorry for the interruption. We are almost done with the 5 minutes that were allocated for this topic.
5 minutes for all of our overall meetings? All right, come on, let's go at least 10 minutes. This is important stuff.
Okay.
All right, so you guys want me to go through a little more of the finances and taxes really quick? Or do you guys want to go back to the priorities for the week and actually do some more brainstorming and prioritizing?
Hi, Jay.
You can do finance and taxes also, it's okay.
Okay, so let's go a little bit into finance and taxes, what needs to get done. So this is specifically here, I'll just link it here. So this is Innovate United LLC. So what I just linked here is this document. It has our umbrella ledger. It's the first link right here. And you can see the umbrella ledger. The umbrella ledger, over here in column B, it has the account name. So this viewing of Zilu, the only thing that Zilu did not do was the PayPal. We have a new training. Actually, let me get that training for you because it's really cool training for, especially for Zilu. You're gonna want to watch this. Let me put it into my. Okay, so these are the new trainings, new finance trainings. So if somebody can add these, this is add new finance training doc and the video embed. Okay, think someone can do that?
Yeah.
All right, so this is the new finance trainings. If you're interested in more on steps 4 and 5, that's good. Also, it teaches you how to deal with the PayPal ledger. PayPal ledgers are really complicated. Zilu couldn't figure it out, so we went over that. So this has the PayPal ledger, which we added in. We also have, so this is a multi-currency, multi-account, but it's a single organization. So there's 5 different accounts in here. You have Easy Enterprise Savings, Easy Enterprise Checking Account, as well as Innovate United Savings and Innovate United PayPal. Okay, so this is pretty much 80% of all the accounts. But there are a few other accounts, but it's 99.9% of all the important expenditures and withdrawals and line items. So the most of these yellow parts here, that what something happened here where we have positive balance and then suddenly it's negative. Here, question marks that we want to have yellow, and figure out. So yeah, some more question marks. Some of these things are not like this is the utilities, right, where it says emancipation. You get right to the website, Upwork services. This obviously pays Abdul. Right? Upwork services is either paying Abdul or I don't know. So this would be payroll. All right. Okay, so draw food. That's this utilities. Middle change, right? Income. Yeah, so that's income. So we spot the prayer. This is also income. Wow, we paid us twice. Okay. Another one for class. There's obviously a problem. What's going there? What's going on here? Right, so we need to do some research on this stuff. Cool. This is utilities. All right. So, anyways, so this needs to all be gone through. It's so close to being done. There's just a few more spots that need to be focused on. Utilities. Right, so that's really good. Okay, so that makes sense on that. And see how it gets this 2017. We really don't need to worry too much about 2017. We're mainly focused on 2016 right now. So as long as we get 2016 done, we'll be good. Any questions about the Innovate United umbrella ledger that Zulu amazing. Really tough. We also cleaned up all this. I think Zulu did all of this as well. Mel, Missa, our boss, all of this in higher level than her. She absolutely loves into documents. So anytime you put tables and documents, Mel's going to fall in love with you, so just letting you know that. Okay, I think we're ready to move on. Any other questions about the finances?
You did not share your screen.
What? My screen's not sharing? Can anyone see my screen? Can you see it now?
Yes, I can see it, Jay.
Okay, so anyways, let's move on. Are we ready to move on?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so let's just quickly do a round of the goals. So the overall priorities, just to review. We're going to go to the full team doc. overall priorities is, training on the finance and taxes, getting the for-profit taxes done, catching up on the African payroll, which we're doing a pretty good job of, worker recruitment, helping the East Pacific Quintet, and getting all these specific countries set up. I think this is, well, actually it's not done. It still needs to be ordered in alphabetical order. Then we have all the other exit responsibilities. There's the treasury, money security, the exit house. I think this is moving forward. Exit client relations, very important. Legal contracts, this is pretty much done. Finance and taxes, we're working on that. Budget, $200 million budget needs some work, but they actually started working on it. So other people started this, which is excellent because we're getting help. Governance write-up needs to happen, and other taxes. From there, we have bills needing to be caught upon. It's a problem organizing all overall priorities and details. We're starting to get that done. That started. And then we have the other individual taxes, nonprofit taxes, court candidate elections, court case. And then we have others. So anyways, we're making progress on all this stuff. Things are looking better. Move around, see what we want to increase upon our priorities for the AustraAsia team. And start with
এখন হচ্ছে অ্যাভেলেবল হয়নি, এখন হচ্ছে আপনার এরকম 80-90-99 মতো আছে এখন অ্যাভেলেবল।
To get well organized,
বিষয়টা হচ্ছে আপনার এই তো আপনার
make sure the sign task is done.
বৃহস্পতিবার শুক্রবার এদিকে হচ্ছে কি অ্যাভেলেবল হয় আমি জিজ্ঞাসা
to improve on our work.
ভাই হচ্ছে আমি গত মানে আগের সপ্তাহে বিক্রি করছিলাম 81 করে, বুঝছেন? ও 17 হচ্ছে দেখে আমি একটু জিজ্ঞাসা, তারপরে হচ্ছে দেখি কত করে রেট দিচ্ছে, বুঝছেন? যদি হচ্ছে 78 এ যদি ওটা যদি 78 এর বেশি না দিতে পারে তাহলে আপনি সেন্ড করবেন।
Just more about the finances, because that's like a huge topic. So it's about getting trained on how to do like taxes and making sure that we are organized in terms of doing doing finances.
Angela?
About the documenting, because I can see that there are documents that I need to fill up, need to update, like the AustraAsia main session.
Great, thank you. Abdul?
Yes, Jay. So I think we have working on finance. That means finance and taxes. So I have a proposal. Can we have a regular schedule 2 hours? So can we work on every day 1 hour for finance and taxes?
I'm not sure exactly what you're talking about. What is the proposal?
Yes, I think we have a regular schedule working on 2 hours. That means Sonic Oceana session. So can we work on hours? I think first hour or second hours on especially finance and taxes. Can we spend 1 hour every day on working finance and taxes?
You mean like working on your own?
Can we work every day on finance and taxes? Specifically 1 hour, I think.
No, so if we have scheduled 2 hours, that gives you at least 2 hours a day, and then you say you want to work 1 hour a day. Are you talking about on your own?
Yeah.
Okay, talking about on your own time, like that. Is that correct? The proposal correct?
Yes, okay.
So whenever you want to make the proposal, we address it and can vote on it. So are there any questions about what the proposal is? No questions? Okay, concern. So I have a concern. My concern would basically be that, you know, it's very easy to mess up the finances. So, you know, and it's also against the policy. So it's easy to mess up finances. This also goes against our you know, level 3 policy. And so the problem is that if you're sort of assigned to do any task, let alone the finances, you can work on it as much as you want, you know, as long as you're assigned for it. So as long as you're doing the tasks that are needed and assigned, then it's perfectly fine to work on them already. So it's perfectly fine to work on the overall priorities already, as long as it is assigned.
Okay, what do you these finance taxes that have been proposed in 1 hour you work as a budget team instead of working alone? During the allocated time, the first hour we can just do finance and taxes, then the second hour do other things as a budget team during allocated time, during our session time.
Exactly. Again, my preference would be that we just assign people to work on the specific aspects of the taxes and then it's done, and then, you know, be much more, you know, teamwork. You know? Like they're working together to make sure it's happening and done correctly, and that we're doing it in the you know, a context that makes sense. The point is that I would prefer to be like, okay, Lucy and Abdul and Zilu, the bright team, Lucy, Abdul, and Zilu are going to finish the Innovate United LLC umbrella ledger.
Yes.
Right? And then it's like, okay, you guys are now assigned to do that. You know how to do it. You get it done. And then that's all you do. Right? And that's already part of our policy. We don't need to propose anything to do that. What this proposal is saying is that basically anyone can work on whatever kind of finances and taxes they want to on their own time without being assigned for 1 hour a day.
Okay.
Does that make sense in terms of the proposal and why I would vote no?
Yeah, I understand.
So anyways, let's just, are there any other concerns or questions? But if someone wants to say something positive about the proposal, you can do that as well. But we're going to vote on it really quickly, and then we're going to move on.
I think it's okay. No, it's okay for us.
We're ready to vote? So I'm just
Yes,
going to
no.
go really
No,
quickly.
I understand. I say no because according to my understanding also, working on these things alone, you can mess up with finance. So it's good we can work as a team. I'll go for no.
All right, Abdul, do you want to vote?
For me also.
Yes, Jay, I think we can work on finance as a body team, not alone.
Yeah.
But again, it doesn't matter on your own time or as a buddy team, right?
Yes, I think as a body team, and I think it's better if we work on every day. That means 8 a.m. Asia time on our Oshana session can work on that regular schedule time. First hour or second hour.
I understand what you're saying, Abdul.
Yeah.
And my vote is still no because we can still assign somebody to work whatever times that they want if they know how to do the work. My understanding of your proposal is it doesn't matter whether someone has the training or not. They basically can add an additional hour to the schedule, including Benji and Julie and anybody can just basically work on finances whenever they want and whatever buddy team they want, and then they can put it in their log regardless of whether they know how to do the work and they're not assigned.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying, Abdul?
Yeah. Okay.
Like your proposal is saying that everybody can work 1 hour finances and taxes a day, regardless, as long as they're in a buddy team, regardless of whether they're assigned to do it.
Okay.
Separate from the existing scheduled buddy teams.
Okay.
And so I'm voting no. So you can vote yes on it. It's perfectly fine. Other people can vote yes on it. Lucy and Tina voted no. They can certainly change their vote to yes. But Abdul, do you want to vote?
Yes, okay, for me, no.
So you're voting no on your own proposal? Okay. James, anyone else want to vote yes?
I'll vote for no. Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, obviously the proposal is not going to pass, so we should just move on. But it's important to take proposals seriously, regardless of who makes the proposal or what the proposal is about, and we just go through it. Either passes or it doesn't passes. In this case, the proposal does not pass. We worked it out, right? So let's move on. Again, I think we want to go through the rest of the people. Where were we? We were on Thomas and Albina, I think, for the last two, and then we're done.
For me, I said no.
I know Albina said no on the proposal, but now we're prioritizing. We were in the priority for the next week.
Okay, for me, I'll talk about client relation.
Okay.
That we ensure that all the client work is done and approved. Yeah, to avoid failing the work, so that we ensure that customers are comfortable with their work. Yeah.
Great. I'm going to go next. I'm going to add in recruitment. This is super important. We need to get help, get more help. And there was one other thing. Quinn.
Hi Jay, I think on recruitment we need the public ranking spreadsheet, but I searching on that spreadsheet, but I cannot find that one.
I would be personnel support. I'll grab it for you. Implement the content. All right, and last but not least, Thomas, right?
Yep. Okay. For me, I'm going to finance and taxes, and also personnel health or support.
Cool. I think it's pretty clear that finance and taxes is our #1 priority. Personnel support, work coordination, client relations is all #2. Maybe even client relations would be #2. Everything else is just kind of there. So, I mean, I guess we put documentations on the bottom because. Right, so there's our priorities. #1, #2, #3, 4, 5, 6. You got the priorities before we move on? Cool. And it sounds to me like it would be good to address Abdul's and Sila's Abdul's question in another context. But again, remember, whenever you say that I have a proposal, you take it very, very seriously. You can't say that you're going to have a proposal unless you actually have a proposal, because we're going to vote on it if you have a proposal.
Okay,
Right,
okay.
so let's see here. Man, here we go. Other. So it would be good to talk about, our finance/taxes plan. Right? Who's going to work on what, when? But I want to remind you guys that if you guys want more hours to work, right? Like this proposal was 1 hour, right? We have, these priorities are the priorities for the AustraAsia team. So these need to be indexed. That's another task. So index this information into the AustraAsia team doc. Right, so all of this should go into the super team doc for priorities that we'll review next week. But the list of the overall priorities doc and the full team doc that has our overall priorities. Anybody can work on these as long as you know what you're doing and you get assigned to work on these tasks. You can work on them as long as you're assigned to work on them. There's no limit to how much work you can do on this task. Does everybody understand that? You have to be assigned. So, like if I wanted to work more hours, I'm in a buddy team session, during a scheduled buddy team session, my #1 focus would be like learn as much as possible about the overall priorities so that I can get assigned to do the work and then I can work on it all day long. Or at least the hours that I'm assigned to do it. Does that make sense to people? Because I'm not sure if it's under, because people usually very rarely ask me to work on overall priorities. Again, should I review, or does it make sense?
That makes sense. Yeah.
We're sure? Okay. Okay, so otherwise it's perfectly fine to work on non-priorities, you know, because the non-priorities are still very important. They're just not urgent. Yeah. Okay, so I think we're done with all the priorities. I love this priority list. I love how organized we are. Beautiful. We're way more organized than the Andromeda team. We've got our 7 priorities for the week. Next week we will review them, see how we did on them, and keep prioritizing. But let's make sure somebody indexes this information and just copy and paste it to the agency. Just all priorities. All right, so I'll turn it back over to the facilitators. We're done with this section. And are there any more goals, any more questions about the goals and the overall priorities and what needs to get done? And overall, we're doing really well. Like in the last week or two, we haven't done recruitment. We're slacking on recruitment, but for whatever reason, the people who are here are stepping it up a little bit. So I'm happy that we are at least moving things forward. Keep momentum going. I'm confident that we will get the taxes done on time, which is very different from like a week or two ago, where I was very concerned about getting the taxes done on time. So, facilitators, just jump right in. I'm done. I mean, I feel like we're way over time. The timekeepers will probably like pushed us more, and I just feel like we're done with the section.
Okay, I think now we are done with that. Maybe we can go for 5 minutes at a proposal for September, October. Can we discuss on that or just?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Are you saying you want me to talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay, the first thing is I copy and paste this down here in the notes so that we can make a section. And then what's this? Who brought it up? What's the desired outcome here? Let's check the desired outcome. My favorite is desired outcome. So this is not desired outcome. Submission of proposals for September, October 2nd. It's almost a desired outcome. So is the desired outcome to submit proposals now? To submit proposals? Is that a desired outcome? But to learn more about proposals. To learn more about it?
Yeah, it's good to learn more about it and also to submit. It's also good to understand what you are submitting.
Okay, so getting proposals submitted, probably wouldn't happen today, but they're due today. Due today, August 1st, right? This is the due date. So first of all, it would be good to do a reminder on Skype to everyone. Including the Andromeda team, right? So today is basically the due date. So 2, basically you would update your personnel profile. And 3, you would update your main buddy team, original buddy team, combined budget proposal. And then 4, you want to get them all into the updated budget.
Hi Jay. I think in this proposal, budget proposal, can people change their jurisdictional amount or pay? Can change?
No, of course not. You cannot change your jurisdictional, jurisdictional cost of living. So the only way to change the jurisdictional cost of living is that group proposal. Okay,
Oh.
so let's pull up a couple things here. So the first one, so we're going to go into personnel support. So for personnel support, we have the public ranking. So this is the public ranking that was being discussed about earlier. I'm not sure, I think that's part of recruitment, I think. The recruitment public ranking. So the second one is the ranking. So we also need to do an updated rankings for August, September. This is another thing that needs to happen by update rankings for August, September. So currently we have rankings for July, August, which is pretty good. So then the rankings, your base monthly jurisdiction pay is a set rate based on how much money has been agreed within that jurisdiction. So, for example, Julie, if you look at Julie and Benji have to have the same jurisdictional pay because they live in the same location, same city, right? So, if you live in Nairobi, Kenya, right, your jurisdiction has to be the same as anybody else living in Nairobi, Kenya. So you can't personally change your jurisdictional base. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
So if you think that it's not fair that your jurisdiction has changed, remember jurisdictions do change. The cost of living changes in cities from year to year, and you can go up or down. And then you propose it to the team. But either way, your jurisdiction has nothing to do with how much you get paid. Some people want to be paid more than their jurisdiction. We can see that right over here. When you go over here, this is your requested money right here. So 105% of his jurisdiction, right? So that's a little high, which is why it's yellow. Isaac wanted at 94% of his jurisdiction, right? And so this is your lowest amount jurisdiction. And then you have your requested amount of jurisdiction. You can see how there's a little bit more depending on the situation. But it's perfectly fine to ask for more money in a jurisdiction if that's what you need, right? Are there any other questions? And like in the United States, where I live, it's $100 a month to live here. It's insanely expensive, and I'm only getting paid $1,500 a month. So I'm actually getting 24% of my jurisdiction. So I'm making 1/10 of the amount of money that I need to live off, which is why I live with my parents. And so I can't pay for my food, I can't pay for my rent, I can barely pay for my travel. It's like I don't really go anywhere, I just stay here and work all the time. So hopefully one day we'll be able to pay me more, but first we need to get all the work done. Any questions about the jurisdictional pay?
Okay. No question.
Any other questions about?
I have a question not really relating to the picture. It is also still on that line. What if you request, for example, I request 300 for that month. Then the lowest I request for that month is 250. Am I going to be paid 300 if maybe the budget is okay, or I'll just go for that 250 as my lowest bid?
Yeah, well, the easiest explain that is pop up in the budget. So if you come over here, take a look at the budget. So we're going to be creating a new budget for August, September. But for now, we can look at the old budget for July, August. Actually, let me go ahead and copy. Okay. So the best way to see this is within the team budget. So we have two full teams. There's the Americas full team and there's the global full team. So the global full team has 1, 2, 3, 4 main and provisional buddy teams. This could change, of course. We might be adding. I think we're adding at least one new team to add. I think we have provisional buddy team. Thomas and Alfie. We're adding MSC, Ulysses. I don't think it's going to be with Ulysses. I think Ulysses is probably going to be going there. So, who is Ulysses? Yeah, it's Ulysses. So that would be a provisional buddy team unless we need to change that, right? Okay, so
Hi, Jay, we have yes, I think we have another on Asif Raju also here.
Raju also, yeah.
So there's Asif and Asif. Buddy team, double Asif.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
So that could be a provisional buddy team for there.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys are ideal.
Yeah, I think for Ulysses is not they can go the assist.
Yeah. So if you have your limits, your requested, your idea, obviously, and the budget, the total budget is $1,950, right? Now, it is $1,950. That's how much money that was budgeted for the team. So almost $2,000 was budgeted for the global team, the global full team, sorry. And so, is that right? Let's just double check that because it's good to have this stuff done. Team budget breakdown. The global full team had $2,200. So $2,200 split based on team controls, $1,540, and public control of $660. Okay. So if we go back to the global full team, if everybody had their ideal pay, it would be over $3,000, right? So it would be almost $1,000 short from ideal, right? But the requested was just barely could beat the requested based on the fact that it was almost $600 short of the requested because of the public versus team control. You know, so but you're getting closer. Whereas the lowest was better, although if you look at public and team control, it's still a little bit off, right? But anyways, the point is that if let's say you, let's look at James, right? So James is talking about, his ideal might be like, 500. His requested, he might request like, I don't know, 150 or 200. I don't know, 175, but then maybe he'd make his lowest 0. Like that means if his lowest is 0, he would mean even if we didn't pay him, he would want to stay involved. So we would want to try to pay him his requested budget, if not even more, if it can fit in the budget. So when we're approving this is the amount that's requested, lowest requested idea, and then this is what we put into the budget to actually make it work. And then based on what works, you approve. And are there any questions about how the budget works, or specifically the difference between the team budget breakdown between the team control budget and the public control budget?
So you don't understand about team and control budget and public control budget. Those are different.
Yeah, they're different budgets. Do you have to go over it? have any questions about the you want me to go over it or not?
Yeah, you can go over a bit. I
Yes,
understand. I don't
yes.
understand between the
Yes, we can go on
public
that.
and yeah.
I'll review it really quick. I'm assuming we're getting to be over time now, but I'll really quickly cover this. So the team-controlled budget is that basically the AustraAsia. Let's just use the full team. The full moon is where the budget will be decided. Okay, and this is the core team meeting. So the team itself can basically, you could vote to pay yourself more money and take all the money away from other people, right? And so basically, if the team controlled all of the money, there is no reason to not keep increasing your rate as much as possible, right? So in order to have a check and balance of basically taking all the money from the existing team, we create a public budget. The public budget, and so within the team control budget, you can basically do whatever you want with it. In the AustraAsia team, it's $500 to do it once with, although primarily that money is earmarked for the senior managers. $250. So the public control budget, and this is 70%. 70% currently of the budget is team control. 30%. Oh, and this is in the final decision on the team control budget is made by the HR director. Right. So if we go back to the July-August ranking, Heather's at the top of the HR board. The rankings here. So these are the rankings. Heather's at the top. She makes the final decision, and then it goes down, and you can see who your boss, basically who your bosses are, who are ranked higher than you, and you're basically this is the team, and we can make whatever decision on the budget we want to, but we know that people who are ranked higher in the HR are making decisions on behalf of people who are lower. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So with the public budget, it has nothing to do with the team rankings, right? So it's all about the team control budget. The final decision is made based on the team rankings, and Heather being the top, right? Heather top. The public control budget is 30% of the budget and is not decided on by the team. Instead, is decided by the public. So instead of using the team rankings, which is this is the team ranking. Instead, we use the public ranking. The public ranking, which now have Steve, Adnan, Riri, right, on the top of it. Zilu is, I'm not sure, I think it's still pretty clear, is very, very high, one of the highest on the public rankings, even higher than me. Right? So this is the public rankings. All of these people are okay to work. All of them. They're all approved, including Jean. Both means approved. So any of these people can be contacted if they're able to work. They automatically start working, and that's done. That's done deal. Yellow means that it's West Pacific. Gray means that it's Central Asia. White means that it's Austrasia. And blue is your Africa, right? And then the only other one is pink is local. And I think there's one other color. It was just eyes. Remember the color. And we have the key right here, color key. Yeah, there's the color key. Red. Be specific is orange. That's it. So the public rankings are ranked by the color codings for quintiles, by the quintet. So based on your quintet, your ranks, and so we would skip over people. So we need people. So even though these people are approved here for AustraAsia, we are approving within the Americas, within West Atlantic, because we need more people in West Atlantic to get people in West Atlantic. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
You guys, that make sense? So to ensure that 30% of the funds are going towards balancing out the team decision making with the public decision making. These individuals are deciding how much they want to get paid, and so they have a right to participate. And we're publicly accountable, so the public should be able to participate. And if they need money to participate, then we shouldn't exclude them just because they need money. That make sense?
Yeah.
So let's look at, let's use the gray is Central Asia, Middle East. So really quickly, let's use that as an example. You have Adnan, you have Phoebe, you have Rana, right? You have Zilu, right? So Zilu is in the public rankings. He's high enough in the public rankings that his budget, if we go to the budget, Zilu comes out of the public rankings. Does that make sense? So Zilu's budget would always come out of the public rankings because he's ranked high enough. If Zilu wants to continue to increase his budget, eventually he might not come out of the public rankings anymore, and then it wouldn't count as public rankings there. So then we can skip all these. That wouldn't be part, and the next one would be a Asif, right? So Asif is also part of the public rankings, and so Asif comes in right here. So Asif's budgets are, Asif and Zilu are part of the public rankings, and their budget comes directly out of the public rankings. Asif Sultan would be next after Asif. And actually Asif Akbal has changed his, I think we're down here now. I need to double check that. We have twice. So someone needs to update Asif's public rankings, because these need to be verified and checked which one is correct. And so then the next person in the public rankings would be Magda. And this person has not been approved. And to hire this person, it would cost us only $65. But they are requesting as much as $75. Yeah. So it's possible we could hire this person very soon. The next is Love. So these people are very close to being hired, but it possibly would be a for sure. But does that make sense? And then we would go through that same process for AustraAsia, right? We want May, we want Smeg, we want Ariani, Jean, Gail. Jean might have filled it out twice. And then these people would be the next people. Maybe we should even fit some more of these people. These basically people from AustraAsia that don't have enough. So, any questions on the public rankings and how the public rankings differ from the team rankings?
No.
So the public control budget is not decided by the team, instead it's decided by the public themselves based on their budget proposals. And we give people a chance to get involved. And we give as many people as possible a chance to get involved. So basically, we're going to be doing a lot of outreach. And the vast majority of people will be volunteers. Really, they're working for male part and rhythm activity. Okay, so a lot of people are working for no upfront money. Our budgets stay the same, and the team will still control the budgets, and people will still be getting paid, even though the majority of the work will be done by non-paid staff. Yes, James?
Just a quick update. We are 30 minutes into the second round. Yeah, so
Okay, I think if there's no more questions on this, we can move on. Again, the timekeeper should be focusing on the 5-minute mark, not the whole meeting.
Specific date.
Yeah.
About the updating of proposals, can we update our budget proposal today after the session or during the session?
Either way, so updating your buddy team proposals is assigned.
Okay, thank you.
This is for everyone. We'll assign everybody needs to do that. And this is again for July. No, sorry, this is September, October. This is for your main buddy team and your provisional buddy teams.
Okay.
And your main buddy team, provisional buddy teams, should have monthly, there should be a monthly meeting of your main buddy team. That's just automatic, right? So every month or so, your main buddy team would meet. Some main buddy teams would get a budget to do twice a month or whatever. But it might be the only time you meet with your main buddy team. And when you meet with your main buddy team, you can do it on your own time, anytime you want to. And the focus of that meeting should be helping each other and supporting your relationship, making sure your pay is correct, making sure your needs are being met, making sure that you're supporting each other. That's what your main buddy team is for. That makes sense?
Yes, thank you.
So, any other questions about the buddy team proposals and anything over the next day? I mean, obviously, if you guys turn your buddy team proposal in tomorrow or whatever, I mean, we're not going to exclude it. We just need to get them. This is the due date, and so we just need to get them in as soon as possible. Cool. All right.
What about people who are not there, Jay? As if not yet updated his proposal and the receipt, and the deadline is today.
If you don't get it in by the deadline, then what's on your public rankings is fixed for another month.
Okay.
So if this is what we have for your July-August proposal for your buddy team, that'll just be fixed for another month, and you just can't change it for another month. So just whatever you've already automatically rolled over. So no, right? Let me make sure it's really, really clear.
Okay.
Nobody has to do anything. Your proposal turns into your fixed budget proposal for the next month. You only have to meet and update your budget proposal if you want to change it. If you don't want to change it, you don't have to do it. And if either one of your buddy team members wants to change it, you have to either approve or disapprove the proposal. So your main buddy team controls your budget, right? So if you say, I want to increase my budget from $200 a month to $300 a month, whoever your buddy is, has to approve it. And if that's what bumps you out of the budget, you need to question that, right? And we know that currently the Sonic team currently has a $500 budget. The AustraAsia team has a $500 budget, right? So that's $1,000. $1,000 under quintant and quadrant or octant control. So only half of the money can get into the budget. So next week we can finalize the budget for this month. You know, get everybody into it. And this is definitely a priority. Maybe we should add it to our priorities for next week. Is number 8, the AustraAsia and Sonic team budget. So it's like, who can we guarantee that would get, like, basically the point here is that the Sonic team and the AustraAsia team together can guarantee that $1,000, you know, at least of the people in the budget are guaranteed in the budget, whereas everybody's at the whims of the whole global team. Does that make sense? Core team.
Yeah.
And so you want to fit your ideally you want to fit into your local team budget. So then you're controlling your own budget, and also you want to increase the size of your local team budget by helping bring in money and empowering your local team, your quintant team, your regional team to have as many people as possible. Cool. So are we ready to move on? Do we want to wrap up and check out? Or just start wrap-ups and go through all the wrapping up stuff? How are we doing on time overall? Do we want to stop soon, or maybe do another 20 minutes? Got 20 minutes left?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's next?
Global weekly.
Maybe do one more topic and then.
I think you have to go through 2 to 3 minutes, not really 5, for global weekly daily list of that. So I think people need to understand about that. You can just go for 3 minutes.
Who brought this one up?
Good.
Rose, do you want to
Yes.
talk about it? Want to talk about it?
Yes, Lucy, any question?
Yes, you brought about this global weekly daily law.
Yes.
So what about it?
In this global weekly list of document log, we need to update in this doc because every day we create a new doc, and this new doc can be linking on that global daily weekly document log, because past we missing lots of document. So so that when we updated every single note, when we created every single day, then I think we cannot missing that document. Just check last day, that means 31st July. Jilu created some project doc but cannot update here. So we cannot we found that doc only when we go to the project doc. So that's the reason when we created any single document, create a new document, that means doc or a spreadsheet, then we linking here every single day. And I think it's a task for on.
Yeah, I understand also what you try to explain also. everyone needs to take a responsibility. In case you break a document, you have to just put it there. It is your responsibility. It is everyone's responsibility. Not someone's responsibility, not that do not mind. Everyone who is working, you need to put the document you create on global weekly note. It is your responsibility to make sure that that document is listed.
Well, so I'll just add really quick. So everyone should update the global weekly list of daily documents every day. You know, I think Abdul did a really good job explaining it. You create a doc, you just write it in here. An example would be for today's notes. So you have the AustraAsia main weekly session. I write it in there. I copy the link. Can you make sure it's shareable? But then just go like that, and it's a done deal.
Yeah.
So if you're not sure if somebody already did it, just do it again. It's better to have multiple links of the same doc than not having it at all. I am the only other person who does keep a separate list, so there is another responsibility here. So the responsibility is to transfer daily list of documents into the global list of docs. Okay, so this is technically a responsibility. I'm getting better at the responsibilities, right? This would happen weekly. So once a week, you would do this. The most important thing to understand about this responsibility is do not copy the current day or the last few days. So the way that because I have so many documents that I'm doing, and I'm so much just way too much going on, I don't have time. Like for example, today I don't have time to update all the docs, right? So what happens is I actually go back over through all, I'll have 20 docs open. So I need to go through all the docs and link them back in here to keep track of them. And so if you go backwards a few days, then you can see how I have the full documents for all these completed, right? So basically today is Monday, Sunday. You can more or less assume that, if you go back 3 or 4 days of the past week, that all these are correct. So let's say Monday, July 24th, we go to the global docs one, you go to Monday, July 24th, which is right here. Monday the 24th of July, right? And I would go and I would copy all of these docs from Dave's docs and I put them on the global list. And so now this is more or less complete, whereas before it only had the global ones, it didn't have the ones that I did. For Sunday the 23rd, there's a few here. And then, you do need to track, which ones are complete, which ones are not. But this would be the 25th, right? I don't know. This would be the 26th. Anyways, so it's pretty simple. It's just a matter of just copying and pasting Jay's docs into the global docs so that you have them. So that makes a lot of docs every day. All right? Okay.
Yes.
And some of these are going to overlap between days. It's okay. It's fine to have multiple of the same doc. We don't worry about that. All right. Any questions about weekly daily list of documents?
What about the inter-team doc?
Do you want to update on that, Abdul?
Yeah.
Does anyone want to update on inter-team practice? Does anyone know about it? Does anyone want to talk about the inter-team communication talk? Or do you guys want me to talk about it?
You can talk about it. I'm not.
Okay, so the inter-team communication talk is just a tool. It is in alignment with everyone also is supposed to update your master notes schedule, right? So, and you have for your own time. Right now, the one that we're working with is the Asia one. I think it was in here. Here it is, right here. Unfortunately, this is the wrong week. So this is the Asia master notes schedule for last week, for July 22nd, and then August 3rd. So you have every day. Here's all the days, right? So within each meeting, you can put whatever notes you want here. I mean, these are just the master notes. Notes can be anything. You have your links to all the note docs. You're gonna find more notes. So basically, it's a master notes because it's the notes of all of the notes, and it's all done by time. So this is where we track all of our value. It's basically like a linear procession of all the value of all the different buddy teams that existed for this particular week. I do all of my value tracking based on hourly tracking of value. So mine is the J's Master Note Schedule Work Report. No one has to do this. It's totally optional, but I have all of my own master notes, and then eventually we'll create a global master notes doc. But people just don't even understand how to create their basic notes, right? So this is how I do all of my hourly tracking. But it's totally, no one has to do this. You can use your normal work report, perfectly fine. But the point is that you have a session, we have a Sonic team session. What did you accomplish? This is a really helpful place to know about what's going on. I really wish we had the link to the current one. Let me see if I can find it. All right, here's the link to the current master notes. Okay, so here's current master notes. This will make it easier to verify. All right, so I did this. All right, so here we're at Tuesday, August 1st. So I can come here and I can see exactly what Abdul, Lucy, and Razu did. And there's linking here and look at them, what they did. Zulu and question mark, that's kind of weird. Albina, James, and Thomas, right? So we know exactly what they did. The thing that's missing here is the hours, right? I'm assuming everyone, you did 2 hours, but I don't know. How do I know if you did 2 hours if you don't write it in there? It's like, so you're going to lose all your value if you don't put the number of hours you work, right? So you got to add the number of hours that each of the buddy team is working, so you can get your buddy team value and also track it, right? So then obviously next thing, this would be at 10 a.m. AustraAsia time, would be the main Sonic session. And then here's where you would copy.
I think main AustraAsia session.
Or yeah, main you copy and paste all of the session value tracking. So the session value tracking is always what goes in here. You could also do a quick little small paragraph of what happened. An example of that could be like where we talked about the budget process and our weekly priorities. And then this is what would go into inter-team communication. So this would be for August 1st. So let's look at yesterday. So yesterday we had Abdul and Fina, Jay and Lucy and Benji, Jay and Lucy. This looks like another one that we missed. Right, so these are all great. And then right here for Jay, Lucy, and Benji, we updated the buddy team schedule. It needs some more updating. We worked on the payroll and finished the last month's payroll is done. We still have this month's payroll for the first 2 weeks to catch up on. So we say exactly what we did. We updated the buddy team schedule. We say what we didn't do. It still needs more updating. So please, somebody keep working on finish updating the buddy schedule. It needs more work. We also worked on the payroll. We finished last month's payroll. We still have the first 2 weeks of this month to catch up on. So we clearly state what we did and what we didn't do. And then so we copy and paste that. We leave it in the notes because it's part of the notes. But then we copy and paste it in here so that everybody knows exactly what we did. So the first thing is that this is totally wrong, right? You never, ever, 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 ever put the day on the bottom because you never see it. If it's at the bottom, you never see it. You always have the most recent update. Okay? That makes sense? Otherwise, no one will ever see it. So, I mean, I don't understand why no one else would know what's going on if you're already doing it here. It looks like you did it for today. So, like, you know, they can see what people did. So I'm not exactly sure why I'm the only one who can talk about this and no one else can. Does anyone want to explain it in their own words? I mean, if no one wants to talk to me, like, why don't we just wrap up and check out? Because it just doesn't make any sense to me that I'm talking and it's just silent.
I think we are just listening to what you are doing, Jeff.
I know, but that doesn't make any sense. You should just listen to me talk. That's not interactive. It's not very nice to you. So it's like, can anyone please describe this in their own words? I mean, obviously people are doing it. Dylan put his task for today. Albina, James, and Thomas put what they did. I mean, why are you guys saying you have no idea what it is? I have no idea what the hell's going on when obviously somebody must know something. Otherwise, you wouldn't have written it.
I think I can try to explain. This in the team is all about, like for example, when you are in the party team, there are those responsibility you are able to tackle and complete. So you just come to record what you were able to do. Like for example, at the beginning of the session in the party team, you may have given yourself the responsibility, but at the end of it, you are able to handle like two or three of them. And for example, you're giving yourself 5 responsibility. So you are going to record the 3 responsibility you are able to handle for that session. That's all about what I can understand.
Can you able to record whatever you put it on your particular but you did not accomplish, you will not go through within the session?
So that is what you are going to say. We were unable to do this and this. Maybe you can underline with the yellow color so that when people open your doc, they will see what you are able to do and what you are able to accomplish.
But you don't need to like copy and paste your notes though, right? So, you know, here if you want more information, you could open up J. Lucy and Mendy's notes, and we have lots of details on our priorities and what we worked on and like everything. But it's not necessarily a summary of what specifically we accomplished and what solutions we worked on. Okay. Yeah. So when you summarize it, you're basically telling it to the next person and handing off the baton to whoever comes afterwards. So you know, you come here and you look at this to find out what other people were doing, and then you come to the weekly master schedule notes document. Eventually, you're going to have a global one to find out what's going on and what people just worked on, and basically this is where you have additional tasks. I mean, this is where everything happens. Like, this is the most important thing to get down to for global asynchronous communication is the master weekly note schedule, right? Or it doesn't have to be weekly; it can be daily. So it's the master note schedule, whether it's weekly, daily, you know, twice a week, monthly, whatever. This is the most important doc and should include all of the information about the communications. But if you don't want to deal with just like pages upon pages of, you know, all this stuff, you just want just a little bit of information on what actually happened in like a half page, this is where you would come to. Does that make sense?
Yes.
But all of this little tidbits of information should still be included in the master notes, because the master notes should have everything. Everything should be in the master notes.
Okay. I understand that. I think we are almost over. You can stop from there for today.
Yeah.
You can, we think we can check out now. Anything else? So we check out. Any question?
Yes, I think we can check out now.
Okay. Then maybe this one will talk next time. Exact stroke FQ regular scheduling meeting. Can you bring on that, Jay, or we just?
Yeah, we should probably just wrap up. I think we have topics as well, like the accomplishment of the tasks and responsibilities, worker coordination, as well as AustraAsia content and management position. So there's other things that we didn't get to as well. So these would be some of our steps. If there are any other next steps that people want to add, this would all go into our next step. So if somebody is doing it properly, this would get copied and pasted into our.
I think we have tomorrow's session. We can just this one will implement it and forward it, carry forward for tomorrow.
One thing here, Jay, I think we have another session, that means main weekly Atlantic session today at 10 p.m. Asia time. I think we have today we have main Atlantic session on 10 p.m. Asia time.
Yeah, we can definitely continue some of this there for sure.
Yes, for sure.
So this would be a great thing for the master notes as well. So you can come here to the master notes. You have your Asia session here, and then boom, we can put what we didn't right. Boom. We have this all ready to go for our next week. All right, is there anything else we should add to this?
So now, no, maybe later if people have something they can add.
And then if we are really organized, we have all our priority responsibilities and our priority tasks. So there's obviously some priority tasks that are missing here. So to get the rest of the tasks listed here. So Benji, this is you, Benji, and who else is doing this?
I did it. I'm done even arranging that.
You did. You're doing the responsibilities, Lucy.
Yeah, I arranged that. Yeah.
So Lucy's doing the responsibilities. And Benji and Abdul are not doing they're supposed to be doing the task responsibility master organizing. So Benji and Abdul, you're not doing what you signed up for, which was to organize all the responsibilities for the tasks, and Lucy's having to do it for you instead. So you got it's not very good. So any other next steps? Otherwise, we can move on. Also, we always encourage people to do evaluations at the end as well. But let's keep going with checkout. Evaluation.
Can you assign people to do some tasks or responsibilities, or we just sign a problem?
I think we're wrapping it up. If we want to prioritize that, we have to prioritize that. Or you can talk it on Skype or whatever, but I think we're ready to wrap it up. If somebody wants to help out with the umbrella lecture, I showed you guys exactly what needs to be done with it. I think you can probably handle it on his own. He already did all the rest of this. But anyways, there's plenty of other tasks to do. We just needed to get it focused on it. You know, there's tons of responsibilities. If we want to spend a little longer time to figure it out, we can put some more time into that. Do we want to spend another like 5 minutes on that, or want to check out? Or maybe we could just do if people want to stay afterwards.
I spend 5 minutes if they don't want or if they want. For me, I'm okay if we can spend 5
Anyways,
minutes.
the point is that if you guys just have silence, it's just like, let's just check out and move on. Like, it's just not worth my time to just, you know, interact with silence. Question.
Yeah, I think.
We can spend those 5 minutes. There's no problem with that.
Yes, we can spend 5 minutes extra.
Do you be okay with it? Like, I don't want to go to bed, right? So you okay and being no.
Okay. For me, I'm okay with that.
I know, but again, like, you guys, the way you're talking, it's like, I guess we can spend 5 minutes, you know, like, if you want to, but it's like, I'm not the one who wants to spend, if you guys don't want to do it, I don't want to do it. I want to go to bed because it's really, really late, right? So you guys need to want to spend, let's spend 5 extra minutes. I want the information, or let's check out with the people who don't want to do it, and then afterwards we can check in on it or whatever. But it's just like, you know, oh, it's okay. That's not a good answer. I'm not the one asking.
Okay, Jay, you can spend 5 minutes on that.
I know, but what you just said to me is, okay, Jay, you can spend 5 minutes, right? That implies that I just asked the question, right? Jay just said, so can we spend 5 minutes on X, Y, or Z? You said, okay, Jay, we can spend 5 minutes. That is not what happened. Can anyone explain that? Like, that's just not what happened. I did not ask for 5 minutes. I do not want to spend an extra 5 minutes. I would like to go to bed. So when you say, okay, you can spend 5 minutes, that means to me that I'm the one who asked for something and I did not ask for anything, and so I'm ready to check out. I'm ready to go to bed.
Yes, Jay, you can spend 5 minutes on X, Y, Z.
I don't want to. I want to go to bed.
And why?
I think you mean that you can give us 5 minutes more if you want. Is that correct?
No, it has nothing to do with me wanting. I don't want to. It's about you guys have to want it.
Yeah, we. Yes.
So
yes, you can spend that 5 minutes. Yeah.
again, that's not correct. You just said yes, you can spend the 5 minutes. I don't want to spend the 5 minutes. I want to go to bed.
Okay, you say you're requesting 5 more minutes to spend on.
All right, see that? Okay, we are requesting you to spend 5 more minutes. You see how different that is? You guys are asking me to help you, not the other way around. You're saying we want to spend more time, and so that means you're interacting with me instead of me talking to a silent brick wall. Otherwise, it's all coming from me, and it's just like this brick wall of just like nothingness, and it's all because of me, and it's just not fun. I don't want that. Not interested in that. So I'm willing to put in 5 minutes if you guys would like me to do that, but you need to interact with me, otherwise it's not worth my time.
Okay, thank you.
So what would you like to spend the 5 minutes on? That's silence. We have silence again.
For DJ, I wanted to wrap up now or check out.
The opposite of spending 5 minutes. So we're in a confusion state now. Maybe we should go back to the facility.
Okay, but the people are not willing to speak, then you can just move on. Jay was asking, what do you want him to spend 5 minutes on?
I think Lucy had came up with that because they are the facilitator. There is something you wanted us to.
It was a regular scheduling meeting, but we come up and say we can carry forward this to later session because we have a session later. If I'm not wrong.
Just after that, there is something else you said we shall tackle within 5 minutes. So that's why we were requesting for Jay to spend more 5 minutes with us.
It was Jay was opening the ledger count. I think that was what we tried to ask, and he spent 5 minutes. We request so that he can go through for 5 minutes. That was what he was trying to put us.
So again, it's really important to be really clear and organized about what you want, what you're talking about, and interacting, and making sure that that's like the most important thing, so that we're communicating as best as possible. Eventually, the entire global network will be using Robish and talk much slower and clearer so that people can understand. Right now, we're just, we have to function in fluid English, basically, because we just don't have time to work with people who don't speak English at all, right? So eventually we'll be getting a lot of other people who speak even worse English than everybody here, and we already don't speak the best English, but we're doing pretty well. So anyway, the bottom line is that we can briefly go through each person and see what kind of task responsibilities you have and what you can do over the day. So let's start with you, because we know the view here. Alright, so if possible, additional assigned tasks. Zila is not here. Not here. No assigned tasks. Can check in via Skype. If you want to, right? But overall, we will assign him to help out with the ledger or something like that if you want to. Next. Lucy, who's next? Okay, Jane. What do you where do you want to be?
We'll be working on first value tracking later today with Jorge and Mary.
Tomorrow night. Tonight.